Hey everybody, welcome to TIW Podcast. I'm Eric and it is week 17 of 2019 and I'm talking about the new comics that I picked up that came out on Wednesday, April 24th, 2019. I am recording this on Saturday. I'm a few days behind. I'm glad that I went over and picked up the comics today because the rest of this week I might not have a chance to until next week's comics come out on Wednesday. I picked up some good stuff that I'm pretty excited about. Um, on my way over there, there's a lot of construction going on the main road that I went to that I usually take, and I took like a really weird detour that ended up taking me over to Chick-fil-A. I decided to go to Chick-fil-A since it was over the direction. I went like in the opposite direction that I needed to go, and it didn't save me time. I ended up doing other stuff, and then it took me. I didn't get over to the comic book shop for like an hour, but I did need to get gas. I may have run out of gas if I hadn't have done this anyway. I wouldn't have run out of gas. I would have stopped at another place, but it all worked out, and I almost didn't go on to go to the comic book shop because it's like 6 miles away, something like that, which isn't very far. That's not far at all, but it's further than not going anywhere. Um, but while I was eating at Chick-fil-A, I saw a post from G, a local artist who I know from Dink, and hashtag Starfest. He's set up at a convention. It is really close to here. It is the closest convention to where I live, and I didn't even know about it. Maybe I did know about it, but it wasn't on my radar because I think if I did look it up, the applications were already closed and all of that. But it is probably closer than the comic book shop. And so I think I'm going to go over there tomorrow. And that's part of why it was kind of good that I didn't go there, that I didn't put off going to the comic book shop so that I could spend all day at this convention tomorrow instead. Not instead. I wasn't going to be at the comic book shop all day. But I'm pretty excited for it. It is it's kind of expensive to get into there, but it seems like it's a gigantic convention. So I'm probably going to be overwhelmed and kind of bummed out that I didn't plan out that I didn't know about it, so I could go all weekend. Because a weekend pass is $70. A single day pass for either Saturday or Sunday is $50. So it would have made a lot more sense to go for the entire weekend. But you also have to pay to park there, which is kind of unusual for somewhere that isn't downtown. But I guess that makes sense. They're in the tech center. They have all kinds of business stuff going on there. They got to make their money for all that real estate. It's free real estate. But yeah, I'll probably talk about that on next week's comic book episode. If I do go tomorrow, and I probably will. But probably not buy a whole bunch of stuff, but it'll be great research because next week I'm going to get to these comics I picked up today. But next weekend, if you're in Anchorage, Alaska, come on out to the convention center. I don't even know the name of the place that it's taking place at. Arctic Con, the big comic convention on Saturday and is it on Friday also? I think it's just Saturday and Sunday. Oh my God, I should know all of this a little bit better. I'm gonna, just go to my website, demonjackal.com. Go to demonjackal.com. I have a link there on the dates page to Arctic Comic Con. It is at May 4th and 5th. It's just the 2 days. I'm in booth 235, Artist Alley, Arctic Comic Con. Seth Gilliam is there. Will be there. Gilliam will be there from The Walking Dead. I believe Shane Helms will be there, the Hurricane. And the place that it is taking place at, the location, is at the Dinaina Convention Center. How did I not? I feel like that's the first time I saw that name. Is it? I don't know. I'm really excited for it though. It's gonna be awesome. I'm flying in on Friday, flying back out on Tuesday. So I'm gonna do some exploring on Friday, get set up, of course. Do the convention on Saturday and Sunday, and then just explore all day Monday. So then I can have just a flight home on Tuesday. It's gonna be really cool. Okay, good. That is the convention center that I had all my plans based on. So yeah, come check it out. I don't know how much tickets are to that. I don't know if anybody listening to this even is in Alaska at all. But yeah, I'm super excited. It's gonna be great. And then in 3 weeks, Comic-Con Revolution in Ontario, California. Come check that out. And all the other dates that are on demonjackal.com. All right, let's talk about this week's pickups. A quick story about 2 of these pickups. I'll probably read these, or I might just chuck them into my red box, because not Redbox, but Redbox. I almost rented Mortal Kombat 11 on Redbox, and I realized I have a lot of stuff that I want to do. It's a 3-day rental is only $7. That seems like a pretty good deal, but how much time am I actually gonna play the game? And then I have to return it, all that stuff. So I'm gonna hold off. On even trying Mortal Kombat 11, whatever system I end up getting it on, or whatever. But so not Redbox. Not that kind of red box, but my box of the comics that I have read. I picked up last week. I talked about picking up Batman issue number 69, and then this week I picked up Wonder Woman and The Flash issues number 69. It's not Wonder Woman and The Flash. That's not the name of the comic. It's Wonder Woman number 69 and The Flash number 69. Just because I thought it was the covers are really cool. First of all, for all 3 of these books, like the Flash cover. Oh, it's so cool. It's like a Fast and Furious type of thing with this just awesome streaks of light. There's a car, you can see his reflection in the mirror. It looks like Wally's in the reflection in the mirror, and then Barry Allen is up in front of him. I assume that's the 2 characters we're seeing. That's what it looks like in the reflections and stuff. It's this cover is super cool. And then Wonder Woman, that cover is also really nice. It's not as different and unique as the Batman and Flash 69 covers, but it's still very nice. So I was gonna say something about it to the when I was buying the comic books, but then my total ended up being 69, and warranted a chuckle and a comment from the younger employee that was there, and the owner. And he did not do that. He instead rolled his eyes at the younger guy. So yeah, I'm sort of glad that I didn't bring it up in person there. But then again, that whole entire interaction would have been a little bit different if I had said, I'm only picking these up. Don't add them to my list. I'm just picking it up because they're issue number 69 and the covers are cool. And you're like, that's funny. And then the total would have ended up being 69. And you're like, whoa, that's a weird coincidence. And we'd all have a hearty laugh instead of just the young guy. Anyway, because I kept myself from laughing because it's so stupid. Detective Comics number 1002, I got the variant with the bat armor on the cover with the blueprints and everything. This cover is super cool. I like it a lot. It looks like the artist is Brooks, if that's the signature there. Super cool. Although the subtitle for the bat armor is physically enhanced body armor. Isn't all body armor physically enhanced? That seems like a weird qualifier there. Not a qualifier, a weird modifier. Weird adjective. Where did that go? It like bounced weird. I'm tossing these onto the floor because they are in bags and boards. Go to Hall of Justice Comics in Parker, Colorado. They bag and board all new comics, and it's fantastic. You don't have to worry about picking up crumpled comic books. They've been sitting on the rack with the little kids rummaging through them and dropping them all onto the floor, and then all the covers are bent up. No, they're in bags and boards, and it's fantastic. Go. All comic book shops should do that if they can, which they should. Like, it's such a great experience for the customer, I believe. So I got the I believe this is the C variant, and then also the main cover of Jughead, The Hunger, versus Vampironica, and I am super excited for this. I love both of those series, and this variant, it's like a VHS cover. You got the stickers on there. It's all worn, which is always really cool. I like those throwback aged looking stuff. And then the main cover has it has Veronica punching Jughead as a werewolf right in the sternum. It's taking the breath right out of his lungs, it looks like. And that is cool. It looks like, is that blood? Blood just spraying out of him. Spraying out of his neck, maybe. Or not his mouth, because it was behind. I don't know. But both those covers are super cool. What's actually on the cover of the other one? It's just, it has Pops on there, and then it has Veronica, and then like the big werewolf head in the back, Jughead's werewolf head. It's cool. It's cool. I like it. Let's see what else. This episode's I gotta hurry this up. Taking too much time. Not Superman. Action Comics 1010. I got the variant cover for this. It's pretty nice. I like it. Looks like it's done in pastels, possibly. Or maybe I may be completely wrong about that. But I believe that the same artist, I don't know the artist's name, but it looks similar to, I think it was the last issue. And I talked about that a little bit. I like that style a lot. It's really cool because it's all like these solid colors, and you don't have ink line work. It's just all done with the colors, and it's done really well. The Hunted Part 4 of the Amazing Spider-Man, not including the .hu issues in the Part 4. I guess those are like, I still haven't read any of these, but eventually I will get caught up on that years and years in the future. Batgirl issue number 34, the variant here, looking real good. She's there in a clock tower, and it's just a real nice cover there. It has that same sort of texture as a Superman cover, and it's not the same artist. I know that much, but it does have that same kind of textured quality to it. But this one is a little bit more on the realism side. I like that. I dig that. Black Betty issue number 8. I think it's been a while since issue number 7, hasn't it? But we see Black Betty on the cover fighting some type of harpy, siren, beast monster lady. She's about to smash her in the face with a hammer, I think. So that book is pretty cool. She helped save this deaf kid from this town of horrible people who are being brainwashed by crazy music or something. I might be misremembering that, because Archie meets Batman 66 also had a town, all the adults going crazy because of the music. They're being mind controlled by who was it? It was Did the Riddler make the music stuff? I don't know. They were all teaming up to do all this stuff. Here we have Dial H for a Hero, issue number 2. I'll definitely be. I said that last time about a bunch of books, and I didn't read any of them. But I did read issue number 1, so I can jump right into reading this, and I am excited for it. But I'm even more excited about reading Wonder Twins, and I am behind on that already. Maybe at least one issue behind on that. Fantastic Four, issue number 9, The Judgment of Doom. We have Doom there on the cover with Reed and Sue bound and not gagged, but they're like down on their knees and their faces on the ground, and it doesn't look good. He's pointing at him as if to say, "You're in for it now." Pretty cool cover. I can't remember exactly what's going on. You have the whole thing with Doom trying to take over everything by using Galactus to power his country and all that. It's some crazy stuff. Heroes in Crisis issue number 8. Dang, we're almost at the end of this here. I don't think I've read issue number 7 yet, now that I'm thinking about it. But man, this book has been so good. And I'm looking forward to it. This cover is really cool. You have the Flash family, or the Wally West family. They're looking over the is it the sanctuary or whatever they call it, where all this stuff went down. Justice League Dark number 10, still way far behind on this, but this variant is pretty cool. It has I like this style to it. You can't really see the style as much in the other characters' faces, because they're like animal creatures, but you do see it in Wonder Woman's face. That it's not like Batman the Animated Series, but it has that kind of more like a simplified look to it, and like her facial features, and I like that a lot. It's really cool. We got all kinds of skulls in the trees in the background. That's awesome. And then a giant head of something. Of lettuce, maybe? No, it's not lettuce. It's not green. Mighty Morphin Power Rangers number 38. Oh, they have some I guess they're supposed to be chess pieces, but they look a lot like the Dorbs from Funko Pop, of all the different Rangers on the chessboard there, the game board, whatever it is. I like that cover. I really need to read all of those soon. Star Wars Galaxy's Edge. Is this the tie-in to? We're getting excited for Galaxy's Edge to open at Disney World and Disneyland. Is it called Galaxy's Edge in both places? I'm not sure. I think it's definitely called Galaxy's Edge at Disneyland. But it's the first issue. I don't remember if this is a one shot or not. But you got Han Solo on the cover, and I always like a good Han Solo story, especially if Chewbacca is involved. I don't think I've ever read a Han Solo story where Chewbacca is not involved. The Superior Spider-Man issue number 5. I'm behind on this still, but pretty cool cover with the light, the shadow behind Spider-Man, and as he's jumping down in front of a wall, giving him 8 limbs. That is some very good imagery. Great composition there. Very clever. I dig it. I dig all these covers. There are some instances where I don't like the cover so much. I don't really talk about it if I don't. Sometimes I do. But these are books that I subscribe to anyway, that whether I like the cover or not. There are some books that I do get just because the cover is really cool. I need to get Shuri Volume 1. That's coming out next month. I should get that. I specifically didn't get the individual issues. I was like, I get too many individual comics each week. Some of these that I want to check out, Shuri is like the main one. Shuri, Ironheart, and I think mainly just those two. Like I'll just wait for the paperback to come out and pick it up then. Last two, I should make a note to them that I didn't want, and I've forgotten to look for it. What I intended to subscribe to was to add on my pull list was the Shredder thing, and I don't even remember what the name of that book is, so it's like totally my fault anyway. I asked them to add that, but they added just the regular Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles on there, which is fine because now it's starting this Arc City at War Part 1. So I'm fine with that. I'll start reading here. That seems like a good spot to jump into. I'm not going to go back and get issues 91 through 92 because this is issue 93 here. But I might go back and get issue number 69 if I can. But I do need to remember to get that Shredder book, whatever it's called. It's like Shredder's Cheese Whiz. I don't know. That's stupid. Sorry. And then we have Turok, issue number 3. Issue number 1 was pretty cool. This cover is so cool. You got Turok there, like, I don't know if he's riding. Is he riding a raptor? Or is he, like, jumping off? I don't know. But there's two raptors in the foreground, a bunch of raptors in the background, and then a Tyrannosaurus Rex or similar, a big guy way in the back. This cover is awesome. It is by Morales. Is that the artist's name? It's hard. I'm not good at reading signatures. I know my signature doesn't like tell you who I am really, but it's not either of my signatures. My art signature is just ES. But like in a box thing, and then my regular signature is not legible as human language either. But let's see. This cover is by what? Why did I? Oh, I was reading colors as covers, and I was like, that's not that doesn't match up the signature at all. Cover A is by Rags Morales and Jorge Sutil. I'm not familiar with their other work, but very cool. This one is very, very cool. It's probably a good guess that they possibly did the other covers as well for the first two issues. So that is it. That's all of this week's comics that I picked up. Let me know which comics that you picked up. Again, I just got back from picking these up, so I haven't read any of them, but hopefully you got some good ideas of something to pick up later on, possibly for what I was excited about, or just go check out the covers. Look up the books to see all these cool covers and the variant covers. The artwork is fantastic. But that's it for this week's new comics. Stay tuned for next week. I actually don't really look at what's coming out week to week. It's kind of just a surprise for me. Because I have my pull list set, and then when I get there, I look what's new on the racks, and like, okay, yeah, those are on my list. All that. Oh, this new one looks pretty cool. Or here's an issue number 69. I gotta get that. Those are the only issue number 69s that the Rebirth restart has gotten to, I believe. So that's a very achievable goal for me, is to get all of the new number 69s. And I guess I could try to go back. There can't be that many of them. Because there's only a few comics that have in DC that have exceeded that number or reached that number. I know I do have Batgirl number 69 from volume 1. And I don't believe volume 2 or 3 or 4 got that far. And I might have Catwoman. But anyway, it seems like a somewhat achievable goal, and the stupidest goal. But I think I could do it. I think I could. Maybe. So anyway, let me know what you think about all these comics and what comics you're reading by tweeting me at TIW Podcast. Go to TIWpodcast.com for more reviews and like the subscription link, that kind of thing. And, watch or listen on wherever you listen. Tell your friends to listen if you like it and think they'll like it. And I'm getting worse at these. I'm like trying to make them better by being like less stuff in them in the outros here, and it's like the complete opposite. But anyway, it's just getting worse and worse and worse. But that's TIWpodcast.com, and go to demonjackal.com for my upcoming it's starting with this Alaska trip, like every other week or more frequently than that. I'll be at a convention, like it's every other weekend bare minimum for the next 2 months, I think. I have this one, and then 2 weeks later to Ontario, and then 2 weeks later, I think 2 weeks later is Utah. Then the next week is San Antonio. And then the next week is St. Louis, and the next week is Tennessee. Although honestly, I think I'm going to cancel that one because it seems like a real pain in the ass to get over there. But excuse my language. I'm sorry. That was the first curse word of this episode. I'm so sorry. What the ass? Okay. And the week after that is possibly Florida SuperCon or 4th of July weekend, which would be pretty freaking awesome to be. It's in Miami. And I'm not really a fan of Miami, but to be there for like 4th of July and just enjoy it and be there for a comic book convention, that could be pretty cool. I don't know, but I'm waiting to hear about that one. I think I'm on the wait list for it, I think, or something, or I don't know, whatever. But that's a long way away. So all this stuff is coming up. Go check out demonjackal.com for that info on that, and TIWpodcast.com for more review stuff. That's it. Thanks for listening, and I'll be back next week, like I said, for week 18 of 2019's new comics and all the other stuff in between. Thanks for listening. Stay safe out there, super friends. That's still so dumb. Maybe because I say it's so dumb after I say it, but if I just do it seriously, it could work. Stay safe out there, super friends. Bye. Yeah, that kind of worked. Interesting.